Okay, so something special happened overnight. I'm going to preface this video by saying I have no clue what I'm doing, so this is definitely a first run through. I don't have a lot of time. I'm going to see how quickly I can crash this. Oh yeah. That music is awesome. Wow, looks like they did a pretty good job. Lots of training to choose from. Oh, they have this too. Oh man, that theme music is 80s as shit. I love it. So they did publish the manual several days ago, but it's something like 400 pages long, and I got through about 100 of it. Maybe 150 or so pages of it. So not enough to really... I mean, I got to read about the systems and kind of learn about what's inside the aircraft, but I didn't really learn too much about how to use it. So I really... If you're watching this video today on release trying to figure out, you know, what you're doing, don't watch my video because I have no clue. But if you want to kind of learn as we go, the video may be okay for you. Let's see how quickly I can crash this thing. Well. Here we go. Let's look around this beast. Why am I way over here? What the, what the... What the what? That's not joystick button 1. This should be... Let's see if that fixes it. Yes, much better.
Good morning and welcome to your first lesson in the AJS 37 Viggen conversion course. Pay attention as there will be a lot to cover today. Please do not press any buttons or switches unless instructed to do so. If you have a throttle on your joystick or are using a HOTAS setup, please move it to the idle position.
Let's make sure everything is where it's supposed to be. Access commands. Yes, 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 yes. I also want to add a couple of things here. Alright.
At
That
any
should do it.
time you need a break, press pause. First, we will connect ground power. This will allow you to conduct most of the pre-flight checklist without starting the engine. Press the communication key, then press F8 for the ground crew, followed by the request ground power option.
Copy.
The crew chief will now connect the ground power unit, which will provide AC power and cool air.
Ground power is now on.
Thump. Atari 2600. Confirmed.
Set the main power switch to the on position in order to enable the main power bus. Set the low pressure fuel valve to the on position. Cancel the master caution alarm by pressing the master caution button between the two flashing caution lights.
Do I have to learn how to read Swedish? Because that's going to take a very long time. Look at this cockpit. It's all worn out and awesome.
Next, we will make sure the master mode selector is in standby mode BER.
Yes, it is.
Make sure the auto throttle is set to off and in the upper position, and the landing gear lever is in the extended lower position.
That's the landing gear lever? Oh, nope.
Click on the throttle to move it from the off position to the ground idle position, which will open the high pressure fuel valves for the engine.
Just look at this.
Press and hold the warning panel test to test that all the warning indications function.
You know, before I go any further,
The
I just kind of want
left and right indicator panels, master caution, as well as several other indicator and warning lights will be lit for the duration of the button press. Turn on the main generator. The engine is not currently on, so it will not provide electrical power yet.
Oh, this is so cool. Holy shit, you guys, this thing looks amazing. Look how... My frame rates aren't very high, but I mean, look at the cockpit. Yeah.
Center the autopilot yaw correction dial by setting it to 0.
Seems like it already is.
Confirm the yaw trim is centered. The trim is centered when the trim indicator pin is visible.
Trim indicator pin. Let's just hope that it is where it's supposed to be. I have no idea.
Set the radio to normal plus guard, which will enable the main radio while still monitoring the guard frequency.
Like that? Or is norm alarm? Hey.
Confirm that the thrust reverser is not engaged. The handle should be pushed inwards and the reverser light off. Check that the main attitude director indicator, or ADI, is properly aligned and the red warning flag is not displayed. If the warning flag is visible, set the HUD reflector glass to the lower position so that the takeoff symbology can be properly displayed. The HUD is not currently on, so nothing is displayed. Set the HUD slave switch to off.
Which one is off?
Set the CI HUD altitude source to barometric altitude. Pull the knob to uncage the backup artificial horizon.
Doesn't seem to be working. Alright.
Now, set the main altimeter pressure. Turn the pressure setting knob until the altitude is displayed as 0 meters. QFE
Millibars.
pressure today at this airport is 1031.
Let's just keep going with that.
QFE
I don't have a whole lot of time today.
altimeter pressure adjusted
So of
for
course
the
I'm going to rush
airfield
through the training
altitude, where
and
the
sabotage
altimeter
my
will display the height
own
above
efforts.
ground level at your current location, rather than referring to the altitude above sea level.
Yes.
Set the backup altimeter pressure. Turn the knob until the altitude is set to 0. Set the radar warning receiver to the desired position, either off, lights only, or lights and audio. Now turn on the external lights. Set the navigation lights to full. Set the anti-collision lights to on. Confirm the setting, or set the local magnetic declination, which in this part of the world is about 6 degrees. Turn on the radar altimeter. Next, we will load the data cartridge to load our flight plan and system presets. Set the data selector knob to mode REF L. Set the input-output switch to in. Enter the code 9099, which is the code of a fictional airfield number 99. Press the LS waypoint button to enter. The first digit 9
Oh
will
my
flash
God.
until the transfer is complete. Set the input-output switch to out.
This is going to take a while to
Open
learn this.
the oxygen valve by moving the lever forward. Close the canopy by pushing the canopy lever forward. The canopy will close and lock into place.
Will it? Ah.
Now, we will start the engine.
Ooh! Can't
We
wait.
have already opened all the necessary fuel valves, so all that you have to do is press the start switch. Keep
2
the
seconds.
switch pressed for 2 seconds. The
1
start
Mississippi,
system
2
light will
Mississippi.
appear on the right indicator warning panel and indicates that the start sequence has started. The electric starter motor followed by the gas turbine starter will automatically start and will accelerate up to working RPMs.
Wait, where's my RPM gauge? I have no idea what any of this stuff does. I hope you're not watching this as a tutorial.
The gas turbine starter will now start powering the gas generator of the engine, as seen by the
That looks like
increasing
that.
RPMs.
Yep.
The ignition system's light will appear and indicates that
Here.
the ignition coils in the engine have started. The increasing engine RPM can be seen on the RPM gauge, as well as the increasing exhaust gas temperature on the EGT gauge. The engine will now accelerate up to idle RPMs. Once completed, the lights for the start and ignition systems will disappear. Now that the engine is running and the hydraulic system is powered, we can complete the after-engine start checklist. Since we are carrying the external fuel tank, set the pitch trim to 3 degrees nose up.
And we'll have to find some controls for that. Okay, now that I've bound a few things. Oh wait, let's see. Nose wheel steering. I'm sure we have a button for that, right? Reverse thrust, parking brake. Trim. Yep, yep. Well, maybe there's not a button for nose wheel steering. Okay, whatever. 30 degrees nose up.
Set the ejection seat safety to off by turning the ejection safety lever above and behind your head to the stowed position.
Where the hell?
The
Oh.
ejection seat is now live. Confirm that no warnings, except the green landing gear lights, are lit on the warning panels. One exception is for the external tank fuel warning, which will disappear over 70% engine RPM. Press the indicator systems test button. This will run a few tests. High alpha warning, 2 short pulses, engine fire warning lamps lit, altitude warning light on the central indicator lit, fuel indicator displaying about 29% with a rebounding indicator needle.
I don't know where that stuff is. Yes, spacebar.
Set taxi, landing light to taxi. Set the master mode selector to nav to start the HUD to set the system in takeoff mode. The brakes are currently parked, so press your brake pedals, default is the W key, to release the brakes. This concludes the cold start tutorial. The next lesson will cover how to properly taxi to the runway and take off.
Properly being the key word. Since I don't, you know what? Oh, that HUD looks cool. Let's see what happens when I just go. Oh, wait.
Chief, turn off the ground power.
Copy. Ground power is now on.
Ooh! Very responsive.
Colkey, in field 1-1. Request takeoff.
Wheel brakes. Gonna need those. Now this engine feels pretty damn powerful. It really just wants to take off. Let's see if we can do that without breaking anything. And this is going to be pretty damn sloppy, just putting that out there. Whoa! Alright, let's just go for it. Yikes. Oh, look, there's the waypoint. Oh, that's so cool. That HUD looks amazing. It's got that kind of phosphoric glow. Oh, check that out. It's like driving down a highway. Looking for adventure. I have no idea what this symbology means, though. I'm sure we'll get to it, but in the meantime, I just want to goof around a little bit. Hang on a minute. What's my airspeed here? I'm gonna go, is that Mach 0.46? That's a Mach meter here, apparently. Altimeter. Course. Let's just go for it. Low and fast is what we do in the Viggen, right? Oh, this is going to be a lot of fun, guys. I can tell already. Man, that HUD looks super cool. We are approaching the sound barrier. And kaboom. Let's see if we can shatter some windows here. I like that little click when you go into and out of Afterburner. That's pretty cool. Wow, we were breaking the sound barrier with a belly tank attached. That was... This thing is going to be a blast. Once I know what I'm doing in it, I'll do some proper tutorials, but for now, I'm just going to be goofing around for a bit. Wow, it's so fast, even the graphics card can't keep up. There we go. Alright, maybe you guys are having more success learning than I am. But until then, have fun out there. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to learn. Later, everybody.